Hey, what's going on? This is Rich. Um, Decided to do a video instead of taking pictures of the worn shoes. Most of them are near dead stock. Some of them could go as dead stock, but again, they're worn. Most of the ones are worn only 2-3 times, and most of them I have receipts for them. But let's get to all of them. First one is Air Jordan 1 97, where they changed it ones to the 13s. Everything's. I wore this one time to the Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake concert. The only time I wore this one. Great condition. This one I haven't cleaned after I wore them. I just put it back in the box. Only creases, a slight creasing on the toe box, and I do put the force fields on there so I could get some sort of protection on creasing. Next one is the AJKO, the home and away. Great condition. Wore this 2 times. Even the stars, everything is still intact. None of these shoes I play basketball on. They're just casual wear. AJKOs, as everyone knows, they crease a lot on the toe box there. No matter what you do because of the canvas style. These ones here, I only wore one time. Slight creasing, not as bad as these ones, but hardly tell. Wore this one time. Next one, we'll go to the Air Jordan 2 Concord colorway. Wore this one time. No creasing at all, except for a little slight buckle there. Can't really tell from the camera. Everything is perfect on the shoe. Air Jordan 6 Olympics. Wore this probably 2-3 times. More, let's say 3 times. Great. No creasing except for a little bit there. Still icy, just sturdy. Slight creasing there, but not noticeable. And all my shoes, I put, if you see here, that little plastic cover to protect the Jumpman in there. So I wore that one 3 times. Next, AJ7 Olympics. Wore this twice. No creasing at all. Next, we'll go to the Raptors or charcoals. The dark charcoals. Nubuck's very clean on it. No creasing. Wore this 2 times. And again, the reason why I only wear my shoes 2-3 times because I have over 200 pairs. And I mainly wear dress shoes, so I hardly wear these shoes. Most of the times if I wear a shoe, is very quick, not even a whole day. Let's go to the Bugs Bunny 8s. Wore this 1 time, 2 times. The only creasing that I noticed on this one is a slight creasing on the side right over there. Nothing big. Next one. We got the playoff 8s. Wore this 1 time. No creasing at all. Next we'll go to the Great Toe 13s. 2005. A lot of creasing on the... This one is when 13s were softer toe box. So this one has more creasing more in the right shoe than the left, but it's noticeable. Besides that, the whole shoe is very good, besides the bleeding from the nubuck to the outsole or the bottom of the midsole. And also, if you notice here, it was on the sun, so it was a type kind of yellowing. But when you have your shoes on, you won't really know. Squadron Blue 13s. Wore this probably 4 times. Slight creasing right over here. That's about it. Everything else, I mean, I even have to keep the plastic on the hologram there. On both sides. Very clean shoe. Candy Cane 14s. Wore this 4 or 5 times. Only creasing is right over there. Besides that, everything else is very clean. Next up, Cool Gray 12s. Wore this 5 times. Slight creasing right over there on the inner uppers. Besides that, everything else is very clean on the shoe. Obsidian 12s. Wore this probably 5-6 times. These are very clean. Slight, same in the inner of the uppers, but everything else is very clean on the shoe. And every time I pack them up, if you notice, I always put everything back in the box like how they came. Cool Gray 10s. Wore these 2 times. Slight creasing in toe box because of the nubuck material. Cool Gray 9s. Slight creasing on the toe box on the left shoe. Everything else is very good. Wore those 3 times. Photo Blue 9s. This is with the original outsole. The black outsole is dead stock, but this one is the original white outsole. Very clean, no creasing. Then we go to the Black Cement 3s. Black Cement 3s, I wore these ones probably 10, 11 times. Love these shoes. A little creasing in the toe box. Other than that, everything else is pretty good. Jumpman still intact. Stealth 10s, very clean. Wore probably 3-4 times. Slight creasing on the toe box on both shoes. Other than that, everything else is very clean. With all my nubuck shoes, I brush them out before I put it back in the box. And then we have the Old Royals 10s with the patent leather on the side. Wore these probably 5 times. Creasing as all 10s on the toe box right over there. Besides that, everything else on the shoe is very good, very clean. Playoff 12s. These are worn 1 time only. And the only creasing is right over there from the inside. Other than that, everything else on the shoe is very good. Let me get her go around. Next one is the Altitude 13s. I believe these ones were the 2008 ones. Or 2010s, I believe. Very clean. Wore these probably 10 times. Slight creasing on the midsole right there. And also a slight, very slight on the toe box. Everything else is very clean. One thing here is, don't know if you can see that. The Jumpman did rub off. Bread 13s. Very clean. Slight creasing on the toe box. Wore these probably 8-9 times. A little bit more, probably 11-12 times. If that. One thing on these ones, there's no Jumpman in the insole. rubbed off. He got game 13s, wore these 2 times. One at the airport and going to Vegas, and I think one going to the store, but only wore these ones 2 times. Very clean, slight creasing on the toe box, but everything else is very clean on the shoe. White cement 4s, wore them 2 times, very clean. Wore them 2 times when they came out, but everything out of that, nothing, no creases on the toe box, just right over here, closer to the inner uppers, well, kind of toe box, but everything else is clean. All the 3s and all the 4s I have, you still have the original hang tags, and you still have that Jumpman. See that? But very clean. Always keep them in good condition. Toro 4s, wore them for an hour 1 time, no creasing at all, very clean. Everything's good on it. Fire Red or Varsity 4s, not the Mars, but the ones that just recently came out. Wore it probably 4 or 5 times, creased like crazy on the toe box. Other than that, very clean. Military 4s, exact same thing, wore it probably 3 or 4 times. And creasing only on the toe box there. Next we'll go to the infrared white cement 3s. Wore these ones 6 or 7 times. Only creasing on the toe box, everything else, all stars are good. Again, everything casual wear, never played basketball, never ran or anything on these shoes. Now we have the Fire Red 3s. Wore these 2 times. Slight creasing on the toe box. That's about it. Wore these guys, True Blues. I do not have the hang tag on this one, but everything else, shoe trees, everything else you do have. And also that pamphlet in there. Slight creasing on the toe box, but that's about it. Then the last 3, you got the calves. Wore these 2 times. Very good condition, no creasing, no nothing. This one, if you clean the bottom, could go for dead stock. But again, I don't roll like that. Joker 3s are also the All-Star Game 3s. Wore it 1 time, St. Patrick's Day, and I didn't even go anywhere. Slight creasing on the toe box, but everything else is good. And last one is the Crimson 3s. Wore these 1 time. Actually, I lied. These are dead stock, so don't worry about that. That's dead stock. So, those are your shoes. If you want pictures of individuals, let me know. And I'm gonna redo the list because some of the shoes that I did say that was dead stock is sold already. So again, if you want individual pictures of any of these shoes, besides that last one right there, which is the Crimson 3s, that is dead stock. So I'm gonna put that back as a dead stock list. Let me know what you could do trying to get rid of my collection. Thanks. Bye.